Okay, our TOS review for today is The Empath. Up next. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and at first I would think that something like this is just your usual third season drivel, but really there is a bit more behind this than comes at first blush. First of all, of course, they beam down to their Planet Hell set, which is a permanent set that is of rocks and sand, and they just shoot it from different angles in order to proceed different kinds of planets. And but they are instantly transported from there into a limbo set, and limbo is a stage and television term for black background, which if it's not lit, it just goes away. It's nowhere. And this has been done on stage before in order to have minimal sets. This has been done on television, of course, quite a bit in order to not need the incredible amount of sets. Now, while this was a very good saving in building complete sets, it also was a way of showing a stylistic difference here that has been done on stage on purpose, not because they didn't have the money to build the sets, but because they wanted this effect, this no background, no sense of space beyond right where they are. It's a more intimate type of presentation, and that is what they were going for here, really, with this single character, the empath herself, which they called Gem because she's mute, couldn't tell them anything, and they weren't certain if they could really talk to her other than her ability to sense feelings. And so what we have here is a very intimate story about a doomed civilization, one of many in this star system that Sun is going to go nova, and this the Vions who are there they can only help one planet, and they have apparently done studies before on other entities as to whether one of them is worthy of being rescued or not. If you can only do one, how do you pick? And it makes sense when it comes down to that. So what we have here is Gem being the representative of the empaths on this planet. And if they are truly able to transcend their own survival instinct and be able to empathize with others. And that's what they were trying to do with the Federation scientists and were not able to. And then they bring down Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, who are three of the best representatives of Federation ideals. They would each give their life for the other two or any one of the others. And in doing so, this is communicated to the empath as well. It's a nice story, and it's actually well laid out and well acted. I thought perhaps the part of the empath was a little too mimey. Still, it doesn't take away too much from it. You see something about the relationship between Kirk, Spock, and McCoy better than their usual just bickering. And you also see a certain amount of respect that they have for each other. And this could not be more in adherence to the principles that Roddenberry laid out, which is we live in a time when we have transcended petty grievances, and no better is it shown in many of the episodes than it is right here. So I recommend this episode. Have a look at it. I think that you may find an appreciation for it beyond just the simple surface story that it's telling. It says what kind of people our heroes are. It says what kind of people that these aliens are to want to help people who would be more worthy to go out into the galaxy and help others. So, a nice little story there, and well directed, well acted, and there really weren't any cringe elements in it. So, I'd like to know what you think about it. Please put it in the comments below. And of course, Happy New Year to you. We've had a week away, but we were doing some small amount of traveling and enjoying the holidays, and so we hope that you enjoyed yours as well and are ready to get back to work now. We are. So we'll see you on Friday for our Babylon 5 review, and we may have something else to say about the Doctor Who special, but that'll be probably next week or so. Anyway, for now, thank you for joining us, and don't go far.